What's up, heathens and demons, sinners and saints? I did not want to be here doing another one of these, but there's been a festering sore in my ass, and he's here tonight. I'm trying to get my uh, rage under control. I would hope that this is going to end up being a productive conversation. Not too hopeful. We'll see. I promise that Allie can start us out. What's up, Allie?
Hey guys, so as you know, I'm a bit on the ill side. I went in for testing yesterday. We're supposed to get that back in the next couple of days. I put out a thread on Twitter for those of you that are actually curious how my husband is doing. We did a timeline of his symptoms. He's actually starting to look up for the first time in all of this. He ended up back in the hospital again last night. They got him stabilized a second time and started him on a new regimen of medications for controlling his fever, and he's doing a lot better. So, that's where I'm at. I'm not going to say a heck of a lot unless I need to get involved at some point. I'm going to make some attempt at moderation, but Knock has made it clear that he's angry and that he's going to do what he's going to do. So this is more likely to be a dumpster fire than a moderated discussion, but I did want to make a statement at the beginning about my positions as the admin of the server in which this all went down. So, this began as a discussion that was going on in the voice chat over a highly contentious stream that has been since privated on the channel due to things that we have agreed not to talk about due to, discussions behind the scenes and such. Samael came in and made comments about Thor, being funny, the idea of Thor being funny in a dress that he could potentially pass, etc. Turton Snowflake called for a moderator to put him into Fundy, which was done. Shay did that on her old account. He went into Fundy, got into a fight with the mods, and then left. I could not find any record of him actually being banned. I found that he left the server. If I'm wrong about that, then it's likely because the records have been lost because the Fundy chat has been deleted. They're the only screenshots we couldn't procure. Everything else happened in either voice chat, text, or in general. And for those that are still on the server, you can actually still find those exchanges there. When we did the restructure, he came in to debate me, bro, and demanded to know, and we have these screenshots. Knock's going to be showing them in a little bit. He demanded to know if the bigots were gone and if he was safe. My mods actually tagged me and asked what to do to handle the situation. I said as the admin that I would come in and I wanted to give him the chance to find out if he was unaware of why his particular comment was an issue, because that comment was actually something that had been used to mock Callan personally in that contentious stream. And so I wanted to see if he knew that. And so I sent him messages myself and told the mods not to get involved in any way until after he had answered those questions. He answered that he did indeed know that, those remarks had been used to attack her, and that, that was even more proof that that somehow made her bigoted. And so at that point, in my mind, those comments crossed over from being simply a discussion about mythology in any way, shape, or form to, due to the circumstances, harassment against one of my mods. I was not the one who banned him. We'll go over into that if you guys want to later. We do have screen caps at that point. I told
Oh,
the
yeah,
mods
I
they were
show I
allowed to
show
engage him.
everything that happens.
Yeah, so at that point I told the mods that they were allowed to engage him. Callan went in and they did have a discussion as to why that comment was problematic. They talked for quite a while before he ultimately got banned. So this narrative that he just came in and got banned, and that we were banning people left and right, prior to that, that is not true. The narrative that we were all discussing this Thor in a dress comment prior when he first came in, that is also not true. The discussion that was going on again was about the contentious stream the first time.
We'll deal with that, Ali.
In the screenshots, it was about whether or not it's okay to pray for an atheist without their permission. So again, Nock's going to go over all of that. I just wanted to issue my statement as the admin and what actions that I had taken and what our reasoning was. We were in the middle of the restructure at this time when this stuff was going on. We didn't even get the full finalized rules until over a week later. So this is my view as that admin. I'm going to mostly be lurking in the background and trying to help keep some semblance of order, but this is going to be a dumpster file, and I'll only pipe in if I feel like I need to. I'm dealing with the first signs of a fever today, so I'm trying my best to stay in the background. All right, you can take it from here, Nock.
All right, so I don't know, 8-9 months ago, something like that. I started taking a different direction on my channel. I started to look more at myself and my very extreme anti-theist ways that I had. Just looking at myself. At the time, I had a lot of people asking me to have a Discord server. I've never been on Discord. Drag had invited me to his Discord server. I'd went into it for like one conversation. Drag really wanted me to come in and study philosophy. I'm just very, very busy. I'm very OCD. I do a lot of video work. I work a full-time job and I still have content every day. But I agreed to make a Discord server. Not knowing what I was doing, I brought in an administrator, not Ali, from a much bigger Discord server and a much bigger atheist YouTube channel. I let her run it. I didn't really do anything except for just talk to the people that watched my show. And I didn't even really do that very often. It was really hard at first for me to make Discord part of my routine. Well, we had issues with that admin. That admin left. I took more of a hands-on role. And it became a thing to where dumpster fires were igniting every day. Shit was going down like crazy. It was a headache for me. I couldn't focus on my work, being a single father, working a full-time job, doing this YouTube thing. And it also became an issue that I would override my mods if a friend asked me to, because everybody knows I love a dumpster fire. Always have, always will. Never run from them. All right, so shit starts happening. I think that's about the time I made Ali a moderator, maybe, on the channel. We had a couple really crazy streams. One that we don't talk about because the issue isn't resolved yet. And another focusing on anti-theism, where I really painted with a broad brush everything that I didn't like about myself and put it on a community. And it created a lot of issues. And it was just a really bad part in my own journey here. And that's when this shit really started to happen. Everybody that watches my show knows that at the end of last year, I went on a really bad drunk. Really bad drunk. I pretty much washed my hands of any control in Discord. I made a commitment that I wouldn't override my mods. And I just really wanted to talk to the people that watched my show. Now, we've had raids from Nazis. We've had raids from Will Kincaid and crew. And then we had this situation. This situation is honestly something that I don't think that we really got wrong. I don't. But I want to give Sam a chance to give his part, and then we will get into the receipts. If you have anything to say at this point, I don't even know. I just went through that long spiel, maybe to calm myself down a little bit, because I've been angry since Sam DM'd me again last night, because I'm just done with this. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with getting the emails from you, the DMs. asking me if my bigoted mods are gone, if I still have a server. I'm done with your trolling, and that's why you're here, because I'm done with this. So if you have anything to say to start, or we can just get right into it.
I would say that I want to make it clear: a bigot is someone who is intolerant towards those holding different opinions. Things like being irrationally angry at them and kicking them is what intolerance would count as intolerance. Now, please show the receipts.
Hey, so that's not really a good definition for a bigot. Because...
That's right out of the dictionary.
Oh, can you? Really?
She can speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me speak. Also, appeal to a dictionary is a really stupid standard to hold because dictionaries only give descriptive usages. They don't give prescriptive. I don't have to do anything. I can define a word any way I want, so long as I clarify what I mean. A bigot is someone who gets irrationally angry at something that is not harmful. I wasn't even angry when I banned you. I was actually rather pleased because it got another nail out of my neck. Because what you were saying was transphobic and honestly and very bigoted towards a very bigoted interpretation that is towards trans heathens. And so I was simply done with that because I had just come from a stream in which I had to sit by as people got every little thing about my religion wrong.
Are you done? Is it my turn?
You can speak.
Okay. So when I say bigot, I mean exactly what's in the dictionary. I've always meant that. I've meant that my whole life. Most people I talk to mean almost the exact same thing. You can have a personal definition if you want, but I am here using my definition.
That is a very okay, fine. If you want to use a definition that captures pretty much that, like you can even say that someone who is, let's see, you can say that being bigoted against serial killers could be a thing.
Yeah, you could. That is basically what law is.
Does that really honestly sound rational to you?
I know, it makes perfect sense.
Not really, because a serial killer is one who kills.
I'm not concerned if you think it makes perfect sense. It just does.
No, it doesn't.
Well, then we just disagree on that. You are free to your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
It's also not. It's not talking about the action. It's talking about different opinions.
Oh, different opinions. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Different opinions.
So it's bigoted to call somebody being transphobic to one of my trans mods. That's bigoted. Is to call that behavior out.
Yes, apparently.
No, it's to be intolerant.
Yeah, flow through.
I mean, by your definition, that would be bigoted, right?
By my definition, acting intolerant would be bigoted.
Oh, so now you want to restrict it to the domain of actions.
So a person who is intolerant towards those holding.
So whoever told you had free speech on my fucking Discord server?
I don't care. Kick me if you don't.
Well, we did, but who told you that? Because I mean, it's my server. It's not yours. I'll run it the way I fucking want to.
Oh, of course you will. Now you'll be mad about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm mad because you're a troll. You admit to being a troll. It's what you do. I just ignored you for months upon months. You are sitting here butthurt right now for something that happened 7 months ago.
Is this what butthurt looks like?
Yeah, well,
Hey, Knock,
it's news to me.
it is.
Knock, this is me cutting in as moderator. Let's go through the evidence first and showcase the timeline of events before we get too deep into arguments.
We're going to run with what happened on Discord. So, yeah, here we go. Sam AL, off topic, but quick question. Is this the room where we are safe from the bigots to make arguments without being banished?
This is not the beginning.
Trouble says, how is that not the beginning?
Okay, this is after you got rid of the room that I was put into.
Yeah. So that conversation is gone. But you said that you came into my Discord server and you was kicked after 5 minutes banned. So I assume that this was the conversation you was talking about. If you're talking about that first instance, you were put into Fundy and you left on your own. We let you come back.
Well, no, you got rid of the room because you realized your mods were being asked.
No, we still have the room. I just didn't like the name.
Okay, so you got it back. It was gone when I came back the second time.
Yeah, we got rid of it during a restructure of our Discord server.
Well, that's fine. As long as everyone is aware that this is not the context, right? This is halfway through what's going on.
No, that is the context.
This is why you was banned from the
starts.
server.
Yeah, okay. As different from being.
Well, I mean, I understand that you lied last night, but this is why you was banned from the server.
What did I lie about specifically?
Well, you said that you came into my server. You got banned after 5 minutes because you made a comment about Thor having pants on.
Dress. I said Thor having
dress, whatever. But that's what you said last night.
Yeah, and that's what happened before this.
No, you wasn't banned. You admitted to being thrown in Fundy and you left.
Well, I stayed in Fundy. I didn't actually leave the server.
Well, then you came out of Fundy and this happened.
Yeah.
All right, so this is why you got banned, because you came out of Fundy and then this happened. So yeah, I mean, you lied last night. You said that you came on my server and then 5 minutes later you got banned for talking about Thor.
Yeah, this didn't take very long.
You were in Fundy for how many days?
Was it 2 days?
Is that 5 minutes?
I would say Fundy is being banned.
Well,
you're being removed from the server basically in a room where you can't talk to anyone.
Well, I mean, people were talking to you. I'm sure I wasn't, because I think you're a dick.
I think someone did say something, but then they stopped.
All right, so I mean, yeah, you were just fibbing the truth then. But this is why you got banned. So
it was more like I was giving a summary.
I mean, you literally said you came on my server. 5 minutes later, you got banned for saying that Thor, for an innocent comment that Thor had a dress on. But you come in. This is the moment you get out of Fundy. You come in and you antagonize. You're shitting all over my mods, calling them bigoted, starting a fight. Right? So you're having bad behavior here, and I'm supposed to like fucking condone that. But I wasn't even involved in this. I was at work. I didn't become aware of this until I read your messages about it. And then I went and looked at it, and I agreed with Callan, and you got butthurt about it.
Actually, you didn't. You said that you agreed to what I said wasn't bigot or wasn't transphobic.
No, I'm not sure. I think I was trying to play moderate and really trying to like diffuse the situation and try to really maybe bring you and Callan together to like, because I do believe in solutions to problems. I wanted to give you every benefit of the doubt and give you a chance, but you just wouldn't do it. Like you were supposed to come on the stream and talk about this then. It just didn't work out with time-wise. Because like I think something happened, like you got called away to a fire, and then something happened with me the next time. And by the time that we were going to actually get around to having the stream and talking about this, well, you had trolled me so much at that point, I was just done with you and I didn't want to talk to you. That's how I remember it. I didn't really go through our messages so much. I think I might show them at the end here just to show how many there fucking are, because you've been trolling me about this month after month after month since fucking September.
Let's bring that up right now, because I've only talked to you in a series of 2 times, as far as I'm aware.
All right. I mean, it was a lot, but like every single time you would bring it up, like, hey, do you still have a Discord server? Hey, are the bigots still mods in your Discord server? No, I'll bring that up. I mean, I don't show. I'm not trying to show our private conversations. I'm not a douchebag. I just showed it in the context of, hey, there is a lie here.
You made a claim that I'm coming to you constantly and doing this, so let's show them.
I'm not going to show our privates. Okay, let me see. Okay. I didn't say constantly. I said a few times, dude. Now you're like taking my words out of context.
Happened twice. The first time.
Yeah, twice, a couple, a few times, whatever. What the fuck ever. But I'm looking at it now. Let me see. Let me see.
What, are you fibbing the truth? Is that what you said?
Let me see. I'm looking at it now. Holy shit. There's a lot of them. All right, just a second. Yeah. So September 8th, September 9th. That was the same one.
To the 11th.
September 11th. All right.
And came up
September 12th. September 12th, and then yesterday. So no, I'll give you that. So I was just looking at that wrong, but it was like a lot. Like it's like trolly shit. It's like, oh fuck, dude.
So 2 conversations. That's me repeating.
That's the house fire thing. That's when we were trying to get a hold of each other. All right, no, I'll give you that. You're right about that. I'm a little upset, so I'll give you that one, Sam.
All right, Knock, I think we should go back to the screenshots that we're showing here for that second interaction that
Yeah.
led him to be banned, because we keep
Oh,
diverting
yeah,
off topic
I
as you
don't.
guys keep having a conversation.
Maybe
and
it was
we-
somebody else that kept bringing this up with me, Sam. Honestly, because yeah, I am
It
only
might have
seeing
actually
that
been it might have been his
initial
brother that
interaction
got
and
banned
then
again.
what happened yesterday. And what happened yesterday pissed me off. So maybe somebody else. I'd have to go through my messages. I thought I was talking to you. Maybe I was talking to somebody else.
Well, that's
So that
fine.
is my fault, and I do apologize.
It seems like there are a lot of people, but like all I knew coming into it is a bunch of people were being banned or censored or put into a fundy room. for
And there I
basically-
am, like showing everybody that shit. I'm sorry.
Well, no, that's fine. But putting either getting banned or put in the fundy room for basically just stating their opinion.
Okay,
That's when
so
I came in.
All right, so Samael, can we go through the screenshots at the very least without too much more discussion, at least for a few minutes until we've presented them all? That way we don't keep ending up on these tangents. This is me just trying to play mod and kind of keep things on the same kale. We need to get through all of this.
Yeah, I need to calm down. There's no doubt about it.
No.
I do apologize for that. I'm not here to misrepresent you in any way, Sam. So I do apologize for that.
Okay, that wasn't that bad. I just want to let everyone know that this isn't the beginning, right? This is like halfway through.
The only reason that we're not showing
We do
the
have
original
screenshots
things-
of that. We do. But as we spoke of before, it does bring something in that we don't want to talk about.
and that is
that has nothing to do with
that's
this.
That's the drama between
mean-
me and John Peterson that is settled.
I think
That
I
is the
will
reason
show
I'm
them
talking
if I
about.
need to, but you know why I don't want to. It's not me being disingenuous, not wanting to show that. It's basically this same shit right here. It's the same topic, but this is why you were banned.
I mean, the bigotedness started there, right?
All right,
Fine,
Knock, let's see. How about this? We go through these screenshots. Send John a text and see if you can get his permission to show the screenshot.
John knows this is going on.
Well, why don't someone that's not that's around, that's not like involved, just censor John's stuff out?
The problem is that in order, like you claimed the context was that we were discussing the Thor dress thing. The problem is the context was that we were discussing John at that time. So we can't censor the John stuff out because your claim was that we were discussing the Thor in a dress thing and we were not.
No, I was. My claim is I was.
No, your
talking about
claim, and we had that for later too. From last night was that everybody was talking about it, and you were just another one, and that's just not true.
No. In the server I was in before this, everyone was talking about it.
That's not what you said last night.
When I said everyone was talking about it, that's what I was addressing.
That's nice that you were discussing it in another server. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah. No, it's not.
No, it is.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much all lies. Yeah,
Okay,
let's get
guys,
through
so
this.
we
Let's
need to
please
get-
get through this.
We need to get back into.
I don't know
this
if I'll show that
again.
other shit. I'm
like,
not sure.
I don't want to get into the drama.
Yeah,
Any questions about the John Peterson thing, they're not going to be answered. We need to go through these ones because this is the round that got him banned, and this is the discussion that was had. So let's.
Yeah,
go
this
through
is
these
why you got
screenshots,
banned.
and then we can discuss them. But please, not go through the screenshots, read them. No extra commentary from anybody. We'll get through the evidence. We can get through even your appearance on the GDC if you would like that, so you can have your words in front of you, and then we can do a discussion. But we need to get the evidence out, or we're not going to get any further.
And I don't have all night. I got a kid.
Okay, well, let's hurry through this.
Which this is Debate Me Bro, and now we have dumpster fires. We had just made dumpster fires, probably as a result of this original conversation. Samael responds, LOL, I like that title, thank you. And then later, Samael says, are the voice chats safe now? Trouble responds with something else she's talking about, and then she responds to Samael, yes, Sam. But if a Christian annoys me anywhere else, it's pretty much fair game, laughing my fucking ass off. And again, I think she's responding to something else. Sam tells her, well, being you were the one to banish me, I think to start with, I'll take your word for it. Thank you. So he's being a dick. Trouble responds, I'm not the one that banned you, so you can quit trying to assign blame. Sam, you didn't ban, I was sent to the Fundy chat. Trouble, I didn't send you there either. It was another admin. So automatically just coming in and talking shit to an administrator of the channel, just blatantly trying to start shit with an administrator of my Discord server. Ali comes in. What do you mean from the bigots? Question mark.
Hopefully, I didn't miss
And
anything.
then
I
she
don't know why
responds to something
that did
somebody
that.
else said earlier. Sam to Allie. Sorry, it took me so long I didn't see you at me. Bigot, a person who is intolerant toward those holding different opinions. Tartan Snowflake asked Ahmad to put me into the fundy room 2 or 3 days ago because I said it was funny that people think Thor could pass for a woman just because he put a dress on.
Yeah, it did skip Allie's thing there for some reason. That must have been like a cut in Premiere or something. If I do need it, we can pull that up and give that context if we do need to, Allie, because that addresses your opening statement. But I'm going to finish it first.
When she got mad, I started to try and point out that a dress is not what makes a woman a woman. That must have been the last straw. The motivation was clearly bigoted, and being Ahmad agreed to her request, I can only conclude they were also bigoted. Allie says, I think you misunderstood the context behind why she got after that statement. Sam, I don't think so. Allie, that was a statement made in the live stream with Callan and was interpreted by many present as a disparaging remark targeted at a trans practitioner of that faith. Seeing it repeated likely frustrated her. Sam, I know, I was in another server with John and Black Bart at the time. Callan comes in. It's insulting to us gender fluid people because it's very invalidating. We aren't a joke. Sam, that a dress is not what makes a woman. Callan, but the woman can make the dress. I'm gender fluid. Sometimes I dress as a woman, other times I don't. Sam, you not being a joke still also doesn't make it not bigoted, by the way. Callan, yeah, actually it does because you were sent there for being a jerk. Sam, but you would agree a woman is still a woman if she wears pants. Callan, doesn't matter. You are distracting from the main point that you think cross-dressing is funny, something to be mocked. That is your...
This whole like skip past Sam's apology, like I will totally bring it up. Like there was no fucking apology. What you talking about?
Bigotry.
I didn't say I apologize.
So you think my
Somebody in the
opinions
chat,
make
not
me
you,
a
I'm
jerk.
sorry.
That's fine, but bigoted, I'm not intolerant of you, so... Callan, yeah, you are. You who would laugh if I came out wearing a dress. Sam, I didn't say cross-dressing was funny. Please find where I said that, or stop lying. Callan, you implied it by saying that it's funny to see Thor in a dress. I'm not the one lying here. Watch your tone. Sam, no, you read into my words and reacted without asking what I was saying. My tone is just fine. Callan, no, I read your words. That's different. You think Thor cross-dressing is somehow funny. Sam, what I said was funny is people thinking that would make him passable. Callan, no, you called me a liar and you accused us of being bigoted when you laughed at Thor dressing as a woman. Sam, you are acting as such and you just did. Callan, which is still an issue in and of itself since you assume bypassing is somehow important. It's an individual thing and not something you should comment on. Sam, I should comment on anything I think I should. You have no idea what I should comment on. You're not, unless that was a threat you just made. Oh no, he can't seem to type very well. But neither can I. Callan, yeah, I do unless you want to be a jerk. Keep your comments on passing to yourself. Sam, no thanks. It's not that hard to see if someone is passable or not. Callan, it's none of your business. Sam, sure, edit your words. You know you're wrong. It is easily my business. Callan, nah, it is none of your business. Continue down this road and I will kick you. Nope, it isn't even if you are trans. Sam, sure, I'll send a clip of this if someone is passable is something determined by the onlooker. Wolf comes in, it's like, what in the world? Callan, it's none of your business. I'm done with you, bye. And then she says he's been kicked for invalidation.
All right, and here, let me see. Right there. Oh. All right. Let's see if I can get back. You can kind of see it through like the Discord thing. She then says, because Sam had allies there, that Sam could appeal to me. If I want him back, that's fine, but I'm not having someone here invalidate us trans folk. So that's what happened.
Who wants to gaslight now?
He wants to what?
Oh, gaslight. I mean, that's what you do. That's like your thing, isn't it?
Oh, you're being intolerant right now?
Yeah, gaslight. Come on. Let's see it. Come on.
I mean, nothing in there was invalidating anyone. Thor doesn't exist.
Oh, okay. That's nice. That's your opinion. Now, what's next?
Yeah, it's totally my opinion. I mean, it's a provable fact, but whatever.
No, it's not even provable. But
Yeah, there is no Thor above lightning
You're
bolts.
trying to bait me because I'm a theist, but it's
No,
not.
I'm not trying to bait you because you're a theist. I'm just stating facts.
No, you're not. You're funny.
You are free to be wrong.
That's,
I'm
yeah,
not.
you're
So
supposed
the image, and I think I said this in the hangout yesterday live. What's funny about it is not specifically that he's cross-dressing. It's that Thor is a big burly Viking
No, he's not.
that probably has a mead gut,
No, he's
and
not.
then he's crammed inside a dress,
Nope.
and he's like getting buried off to a giant.
We don't need him here.
Okay, can I cut in for 30 seconds? I would like to correct something. Callan said in the moment that she kicked him for invalidation. The thing is, we had a mod meeting about whether or not to uphold that ban, and it was upheld for harassment, not for invalidation. So I want to clarify that for the folks in the chat. Being
Anyhow,
kicked for invalidation might have been the reason that she gave for banning him, but it was upheld because ultimately what he did was harass her after he was informed as to why the specific comment he made was a problem.
So not
yeah.
addressing her and her addressing me is me harassing her.
no, you addressing me like this is being harassment. Now, I know you want to try to turn this into.
No, I was asked to come in here. What are you talking about?
You were at.
Huh?
You bugged Naka in order to let you in here. But
No, he didn't. He made a comment to me, and I got angry and told him to come in here. I was going to do this last night. I'm glad I didn't do it last night because I was a lot angrier. So, I mean, what I walked into, and you want to carry on this conversation, this very condescending conversation. Ha ha ha! I was just joking.
Wait, no, I didn't say I was just joking.
I was just saying a funny thing to the trans person in my moderation team. But so what I walked into was messages from you telling me about it, asking for a fair review. And I thought I gave you that. I actually went through and I looked at everything. I talked to Ali, I talked to Callan, I talked to everybody on my moderation team at that moment. We had a moderation meeting about it. And I came to the conclusion that I found it not only like harassing, and I told this to everybody at the time, I found it transphobic. Now that's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Well, I don't know if I told you that. I'll have to look at our conversation. I might have been agreeable in trying to resolve the situation, but I'm fairly certain. Like last night, I don't even know. I can't remember. You just made me mad last night. But like I found it to be transphobic. So whether or not I told you that, I'll have to look at our conversation. I didn't look at our conversation. I don't read your comments to me or anybody's comments to me about this really, because what I saw when I reviewed it was somebody that came in and directly called out the trans person on my mod team. Now at that time, Shay had not come out, but I actually had 2 trans people on my mod team. Tartan was not on my mod team. Tartan was just a person in the server that didn't like what she saw from, I think, you in the live stream. Maybe I can't remember the full context of that first interaction. I wasn't involved with that either. Yeah, but essentially what I had agreed to was not overruling my mod. So I needed to see some reason for me to overrule what Callan did. And I didn't, because I could see her point. She felt like she was being harassed. She felt like you was being intentionally whatever towards her for whatever reason. I don't know if you see her post on Twitter, her going after atheists. A lot of atheists don't like that. I don't really look at Twitter that much. I don't concern myself with Twitter. It's not a big deal to me. I don't know what the whole issue is.
This is the first time I've met her. I never read about her before. The first time I heard about her is when someone was talking about her in the other server I was in, because people were getting banned that she didn't like.
You admitted on that stream that you was in a private conversation with 2 people that I know at the time. Yeah. And then you came in and did what you did.
Yeah, I wanted to be invited to see what's going on. And I was like, well, I want
my when you came in, you claimed last night that everybody was talking about the thing. And you say now that that's in the server you was in.
I didn't say everyone was talking about in your server.
Well,
Everyone was talking about it where I
now
was.
I'm not sure that I want to actually play what I saw in that stream because
Why? Just play it.
well, for one, the server owner is in the chat and she's being very hostile.
Well, she doesn't like bigots either, or bigot enablers.
Well, I don't know her, and I don't really care. This is about me and you. I don't like the fact that you came into my server causing shit, and then, I mean, clearly having bad behavior, like just clearly just causing shit, and then expecting me to overturn what my mods do. I don't understand that.
So what I'm going to tell you was this is exactly what I was trying to do. Once I got in there and realized that there were actually bigots, I was like, I want my gold star. I'm fine with bigots hating me. I consider it a mark of pride. And I asked you about it to see if you would review it and see what your opinion was, because I wanted to know if you were going to enable them or not. I wasn't actually planning on really staying in the server.
And again, is it bigoted to call out your very passive aggressive transphobic behavior towards my trans moderator?
Well, to assume that it's like it was kind of passive aggressive. To assume it was transphobic and then even act intolerant, even if it was transphobic.
Oh, so
that would be bigoted.
I shouldn't. There are people invalidating me. Is that what you're saying? Really?
It's really easy just to ignore people.
Transphobic abuse I receive on a constant daily basis.
Oh, just be more tolerant.
No.
Calm down a second.
I'm not gonna have people questioning my identity. I get that enough.
Wait, who's questioning your identity?
You can fuck off with that.
When and where did I question your identity?
Oh, I don't know. You see, there's this myth, a story
about Thor and a dress
that heathens tell about Thor passing as a woman. Oh, you don't know Thor either.
He passed as a woman to a giant. That's what's funny.
No, it's not even. You don't even know what a Jotun is. That's the other thing.
Oh yeah, just barely. I mean, ice giant, right? That's what it was.
No, wrong.
No, different kind of giant.
I mean, I really get the strategy being a raging atheist. You know, I joke and laugh about the stupid ass Bible all the time. It's a strategy designed to trigger the people that might believe in it. You're sitting here calling her a bigot, and you know, I'm fine with being bigoted towards Christians. I really am. I haven't found much reason to be bigoted towards polytheists yet. But I mean, you're literally just dismissing her ideology, which I do with Christians all the time, but I just want to make that clear.
Okay,
yeah, and that's why I see no reason to further tolerate him. He's just a waste of time.
Yeah, I like by your definition, I'm definitely bigoted against Christians. I don't like Christians very much. I don't like right-leaning people. I don't like Nazis. I'm very bigoted towards Nazis.
Okay, so not.
Well, it's really just the anger.
A lot of people in the side chat are trying to, sort of take this as though it were an isolated comment. Do you want to go in at least just a tiny bit into why specifically the comment about Thor in a dress was such a problem, given the context from the stream before? We need to go into that little bit of context from that stream before, because otherwise people are just going to keep pretending that it's isolated.
Yeah, you guys can do that. Go for it.
Real quick, I want to say
Callan, it was your stream, so it would be best for you.
What I said was isolated. I don't have the context of this previous conversation.
You absolutely did have the context of the stream.
No, all I had was being in a different server and hearing about the people coming in saying they just got kicked or got put in the fundy room.
You was literally in a room with the guy that was in the fucking stream, and you came here and did this, and you're trying to pretend like you didn't know about the stream. I mean,
wait, who was in the stream?
It was John fucking Peterson's stream. We talked about this before the fucking thing.
Oh, okay. So I was in the room with him.
With him and Sock Account. Yes, you was. And you admitted that last night on the stream. You admitted it in the text right there.
No, I didn't address anything about being in a stream.
Okay, no.
In a stream. A Discord server voice chat with Sock Account and John Peterson.
Okay, so guys, we've established that this is fact. We showed it on the screen cap. Callan, I would like you to say what you went through that night before and why specifically this comment was an issue at this specific time, and why that particular context and such was sought in the screen caps that we saw before, because that'll clarify for a lot of people in the chat why this specific comment was an issue beyond, not a religious issue, but for you, why it was a trans issue.
Because the story of Thor is one that illustrates that gender is
We're not talking about the religious thing. We're talking about the stream the night before. I'm asking you to clarify the conversation the night before on that stream that caused this comment to be such an issue for you.
So-called historians come up and totally butcher heathenry. Neither of them understood. They saw Heimdall as a god of whiteness, which is idiotic. And based on a mistranslation that Focus used, they basically tried to paint me as a Nazi. So no, I am not. So yeah, I was not in the mood that night to be playing around with.
Okay, and in that context, this
in a dress, and they laughed at that, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous, especially with a trans heathen in the room.
and that had literally happened the night that he came in and made the Thor in the dress comments.
It was the very night, and you was in a VC chat with John, who was very upset with me for taking that down. So
Oh, sure,
I did
maybe.
not want to talk about this shit. We said we didn't want to do it, but there's the context. It was used in that stream to attack Callan. Now I didn't want to talk about that stream. I don't want to align I personally don't want to misalign the historians in that stream. I think that they were just mistaken. We tried to resolve it behind the scenes. It just we never had a chance to get all of the people involved and resolve that. The minute that ever happens, that stream will probably go back up. But that was the context of it. It was used. It was brought into that night to troll us specifically, to call out Callan specifically. And you can't pretend like it isn't. You are a troll. You admitted that last night. Everybody that talks to you says you're a fucking troll. They all like Cerberus trolling, paint me surprised. You came in here trying to cause trouble, and you expected me to overrule my mods. I chose not to, and you've been butthurt. Like, I mean, yeah, you didn't get a hold of me, but like you getting a hold of me last night really surprised me. It hadn't happened in a while. I figure it was because of the apology stream that I did yesterday, because I do try to admit if I make mistakes. But I do not think that I was wrong here. I will stand by it until the day I die, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says about it.
No, I was counting on you standing by it, right? And yeah, except for the people that I actually troll, all those other people you asked to say I troll, they know that I troll people that deserve it. You're a bigot enabler, so I'm trolling you.
I don't know this guy.
And I'll even say I'm trolling you, right? I'll stand by
And
that.
Ocean Cowboy actually brings up a really good bit of context. Like, it's not just a couple of people came on and hurt Callan's feelings, quote unquote. It was two historians who came on under the guise of authority that presented a very specific view of history that painted all heathens as white supremacists.
Well, I mean, a lot of Nazis were heathens.
Can we please kick this guy?
But no, that is the case. I mean,
I'm close to it. Like, I'm almost done. Like, I'm done with this shit. Like I said, I don't even want to talk about this. It's stupid. You cannot. I mean,
if you didn't want to talk about it, why are we doing this?
Because you got a hold of me out of the blue yesterday when I was in a bad fucking mood.
Just kick the guy.
So you so you got angry and wanted to do it. That's fine.
I mean, welcome to a raging atheist. None of my audience is surprised by that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's in your name, so I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll remember that if we ever talk again, just to be like, hey.
Oh, I don't ever want to talk to you again. I mean, I'm done with you. You go troll other people.
I think you're totally savable.
Maybe. I don't know. A lot of people disagree with you. I am not. I'm bound and determined not to kick you. I mean, at this time, I do think you're just trolling. We are going to dip out of this. I think that we've proven our case. I think that I stand by my decision. Now, I know that you have your people and they're going to agree with you. I really don't care. Continue talking, continue lying, continue telling people you came on my server and you was kicked out and banned in 5 minutes. You can say whatever you want, dog. We came with receipts. You just came with some, whatever it was.
Yeah, I wanted your receipts. I'm not allowed to have them because I was kicked out of the server.
Knock Ocean just offered to come on to clarify the point about the historians.
Oh yeah, more than welcome. Please bring Ocean on.
That would be good because I'm actually unaware of this part.
Oh my god. I haven't spoken to John about this. John hasn't told me that he told you whatever, but I mean, I find that highly. I don't believe in coincidence.
So,
Oh no, I mean, John was being angry, but he was.
oh yeah, he was being angry about that.
Yeah, but the one that was telling me about what was going on, if I remember correctly, was Sokka.
Hey, how about we just replace? Let's get this Venom of God off of here, which is what Samael means. In
Holy
Hebrew.
shit! You knew it. Well, that's
Yes, I
good.
know it.
All right, so Ocean, Ocean, you can come on if you want. If you want him to be gone before you come on, I would love to have you come on to provide context for what happened during that stream, because I didn't want to talk about that. I don't want to, bring that shit back up and cause old blood. We made that clear before the beginning of the stream, but I think Ali was right. Context was needed. I will give you a last chance, Sam, to say whatever. And then I'm going to get rid of you and I'm going to let Ocean come on, unless Ocean wants you to stay.
Yeah, Ocean.
Yeah,
says
it
that he-
is.
he doesn't want
I'm
to
agreeing
come.
with Ocean right now. This overexposed drama. I want this shit to be done. So like, I'm done with it. Like when I end this stream tonight, I'm not thinking about this shit no more. I don't care what you say. I think that I made the right decision and I stand by it. And Callan's my friend, but not only that, everything about my channel is about human rights. And my server is a work in progress. I think my Discord server is actually a pretty good place right now. I'm very happy with where it is. I can get my work done. I can talk to the people that want to talk to me. I don't have the drama there anymore because I got rid of people like you. So I'm happy about that decision, but I'll let you say whatever.
Oh, okay. Then if it's the last thing, I'm going to say, I think you guys handled yourselves a billion times better than anyone that was talking to me about this suspected.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I'll take that as
they
like
thought I would
maybe
be
a
immediately
compliment.
kicked.
No, I'm trying. Like, I'm all about criticisms. If it's legitimate criticisms, I'm open to it. I just don't think that this one is. I think that maybe you forgot some things over the last 7 months, but you clearly came in trolling, and you clearly like was asking for the band hammer to come down on you. I think hopefully you can recognize that. I don't know if you're a bad dude. I don't know if you're a transphobe. I don't know you. All I know was this happened. I looked at it. Me and you had a back and forth for a while. I thought you was trolling me about it, but there must have been somebody else. And then out of the blue last night, you came at me about it again. And I'm just so tired of it at this point. Like, this is the way to end it. Let's bring him on. It was going to be just me and you. You wanted Callan to come on, and Callan wanted to come on, and then Ali wanted to be here to try to control me. I'm trying to really stay away from drama. I really am. I'm trying to focus what I do here on this channel. I want to have more positive conversations, deeper conversations. But I just felt like after what I watched, especially from the GDC stream last night, that you weren't being very honest about the situation.
Well, and I want to reiterate one last time. The reason that the ban was upheld was not because of the specific comment Thor was in the dress. Callan might have said, oh, he was banned for invalidation, but that is not the reason the ban was upheld. We had conversations multiple times afterwards. The reason the ban was upheld was because that specific comment about Thor in the dress was used by those people on that stream to disparage Callan. I asked Samael if he understood that context. He said that he understood that context at the time. You are saying that you don't now, and that might be the case. But because you claimed you understood that context at the time and still made that context and still made that comment, we counted it as harassment because it was something that was used deliberately to attack her during that stream. And that is the way it was interpreted by the audience.
I never once said I understood that there is a historian stream.
Yes, you did. I said, I actually explained it to you in those screenshots that we just showed, that there was a context behind that statement as to why it
I don't
was
remember
hurtful.
seeing that there. Did I
But
actually
you
just
said
miss
you
that?
understood it. In that,
Seeing what
No,
there,
when I
what
say
does
I
he have a
understood
question
the
about?
context, I'm talking about what I was in.
Okay, but when I asked you in those screenshots, I think you don't understand the context of why this is a problem. You said, I think I do. I said, this was used as a disparaging comment against her in a stream last night. She's probably hurt by the fact that you're bringing it up again. And you said, oh, I know. I've been in a stream with John and somebody else. I think it was Black Bart.
Black Bart is soccer count.
Yeah. And you said that's even more proof that she's bigoted. So you
nothing
claimed
about
that
historians.
you knew.
So nothing
you
about
knew.
historians, huh?
Okay, but why would
The
I need to
stream
tell you
had
that
the
it was-
historians in it. Oh my
That
god,
stream
dude.
was used
I
in
don't
both
watch your
those.
streams. You're not that important, dude.
You claimed in that moment that you already knew. You said, "Oh, I know the context. I understand the context." At that point, I was taking you at your word. I had every reason to take you at
Yeah,
your
and
word.
that's, I mean, you're quite clearly just a fucking troll and not, you're really willing to bend the truth. I am pretty much
but
done
you
with
say
you at
bend
this
the-
point. So just get the fuck out. I'm done with them. I'm done with this. Peace out. You guys have a good night. Tomorrow will be reviewing the debate or something not fucking drama. Sorry, but at the same time, sometimes you just gotta face it. This has been whispered about, talked about, lied about. So just show what happened. Yeah, peace out.